What's up, everybody? It's Brian with HappyThumbsGaming, and today we've got Medieval England Free Roam for LEGO Marvel Superheroes 2. That's right, we're going to get all of those collectibles, and we're going to unlock our first boss battle, and we're going to take them on and knock them down. We're also going to unlock 2 Gwenpool missions for completing a couple of missions and unlocking some characters which are needed. So here we are in Medieval England. We are not going to bore you with all the challenges and stuff that we're going to accumulate as we go through this, as we have already talked about those. So let's go ahead and kick off the old computer terminal and see where all of our missions are. As it turns out, there are quite a few of them scattered throughout, and a few unlock as we complete others as well. So don't be fooled. There are more than what we see, or more than meets the eye. And it doesn't really matter which order we collect these in. There's no specificness other than a couple of missions that unlock others. But we're going to go ahead and just target this first puzzle back in the water, and go ahead and also let you know or remind you that we do have quick links down below in the video description. They will go to all the puzzles, missions, Stanleys, or freely, as we find them through there. And there's also a couple of races noted in there too. So, all right, we got to go underwater, so put on that rebreather and get that kitty cat out to go ahead and use them claws to dig up this little tomb. Inside, we find our first gold brick. We'll go ahead and collect it, and I got a little curious too, you know, the curious cat in me wanted to see what was in here, and oh, it's a weird little gun. I don't know why that's there, but we'll go ahead and smash it, collect the studs, and mash out. Next up, we got, well, let's go ahead and take a quick peek at the old mapperoonie here. We got a puzzle hanging out over here, kind of by Stan Lee. So we'll switch to a character that can do a little bit quicker traveling by air than other than foot. We don't want no foot race. Not right now, anyways. Oh, check this out. We got the little piggy time here. It's the piglet. You know, we always see the pig in all of our different LEGO games. Look at this little piggy went jousting is the name of this one. It's pretty fun. We're also going to get a, well, an accumulative challenge checked off a little bit here too, as we are riding an animal, and there is that animal lover challenge. So we'll go ahead and mark that off. Now, basically, I don't know if I did anything right or wrong. I simply got on the pig and I blasted that other guy off his little pig. And yeah, all I know is that I got a gold brick for doing so. So hopefully it was as easy for you as it was for me. And look at that, we got minigame master as well. So we'll go ahead and check that off. Now, hopefully you guys are following along and aren't having any issues with those last couple of challenges. We might do a challenge video and kind of break those down once we finish free roam and use the previously found footage in our free roam videos for those challenges, but we might just leave them as parts of our free roam. God, was that confusing? I don't even know. Next up, we got a freely, and we're going to need a character with telekinesis to go ahead and, well, move these apples, I guess. Do we have to feed them, or I don't know what's going on here. It looks like we're like torturing or punishing these guys. You know, we are in medieval England, back in a time frame where there was, what do they call them, stocks? Stockades? Something like that? Where you'd put your hand and, or hands and your head through those wooden walls, and people would like laugh at you, point at you. That was part of punishment, and I kind of feel like that's what's going on here, but it's not quite as extreme. Right behind the far right person, we're going to find a little digging spot. We'll go ahead and dig up some bits, and look at that, spin to win, or in this case, freely. We'll go ahead and, let's see, jump for joy. We'll switch. Let's do big jump for joy. And a whole bunch of studs come out. Got to get them all. We'll go ahead and grab that gold brick as well. Now, I did happen to notice that there was a local citizen in Peril nearby, noted by a red and white exclamation mark on the map. So I ran over there and cleaned their clocks out and rescued our buddy here, which actually was part of the People's Heroes Challenge. People's Hero Challenge? Singular, I guess. Anyhow, moving along. This is a long one. Hopefully you brought your popcorn and a little bit of forgiveness, as there are some things that I will stumble, fumble, and, well, you know, mess up. So next up, we got Morbius. Now, it should be known that Morbius is only unlocked after, that's right, after completing the Living Mummy mission, which is in Egypt. So there is a method to our madness. We did complete Egypt and Hala first, because there was some character missions that needed to be done in order to unlock other character missions. So we're trying to prevent having to come back to areas we've already completed. Now, we already know that Egypt has a particular mission that doesn't open until actually it's a race, I think, until we complete a mission in Manhattan. So we're trying to do it in the best order possible with the least amount of like returnsies, and we think we got it figured out. We'll just have to wait and see. Now this actually has, the Morbius mission has 4 switches we need to search, dig up, build up, and flip. And look at that. So we got the first one done. Now it just so happens there's another tracker ability spot there. So we'll go ahead and continue to get our track on. Now we also noted too in the very beginning that there was a Doctor Strange pad just up to the left on that, I guess it's kind of a lower but middle balcony up above where Morbius is standing. And it's right up there, right up that stairwell there. And yeah, so we'll go ahead and get that here. That's actually the last one we do. It turns out there are 3 tracker spots. Oh no! Oh man, I hate it when that happens. Does anybody else get a premature tracker going on there? Like we get a little too excited and hit that swiggle button. And hey, get out of the way. What are you doing, man? Look at him. He's backwards man, backwards man. It's not the only time we see the backwards man. We actually finish a race going through a ring backwards. Kind of ironic, but all right, we'll make it all the way over here again and get to see this nice cinematic view of the guy running to the horse. That's twice now he's done that. I'm not sure what he's doing, but I guess he's returned. We kind of shooed him away for a second. Oh, what the heck? We just dug up. We didn't even dig up. All of a sudden, we just found another switch. So we'll go ahead and flip that. One more trail to follow. And guess what? It's at the end of it. Spoiler alert. It's another switch. Sort of. No, it is. I promise. All right, we'll go ahead and wait for that circle icon to pop up, or I guess it could be B, or another one, depending on which platform you're playing on. Boy, I am not doing so hot already. We're only 6.5 minutes into this. Hopefully, you guys are using quick links and have already skipped over this, and you don't get to hear my fumbalayas. All right, here is that Doctor Strange pad we talked about already. We'll go ahead and step up and draw out or trace the image here. Now, it's important that you do not go over the same line twice, and it is also important to know that you can go backwards a little bit as long as you don't complete a line that you've already done. So that's kind of cool. I didn't realize that in the beginning. So if you make a mistake, you don't have to complete your mistake. You can often revert your mistake and fix it before it's too late. All right, we flipped all 4 switches, and we've got Morbius unlocked, and because we already unlocked the living mummy, guess what? As soon as we complete this, we're going to get a little pop-up message from old Gwenpool herself. So wait for it, wait for it. Here it comes, here it comes. Zing. That's right, look at that. Something tells me that story doesn't end here. Yep, that's right. So it's over in the Hydra Empire. We'll cover that at a later date. We're going to do all of the Gwenpool missions separately. So even though some of them will be available in an area that we may have not covered yet, we're going to cover the area separately. So you'll be able to go and check out a Gwenpool mission video if and when you need it. So next up, we got puzzle number 3, which is, whoa, speaking of 3, triplets. We'll go ahead, and I had a little bit of a hard time finding this. So if you ever struggle trying to find the quest, mission, puzzle, whatever it is you're after, make sure that you look for that blue halo, assuming that you've targeted that quest on your GPS map. So, hey, look at this. We have to shear a sheep. And this is also an opportunity for us to get another animal lover checked off, or I'm saying that wrong. Another animal lover quest component checked off. There we go. I was just missing some words. All right, so we shear the sheep with the telekinesis and the sheep shears. On the right, we see this box. We'll smash it and put, what are those, jewels? We'll go ahead and put those in the fire. We apparently need to throw all of the sheared sheep stuff into the fire as well. I can't imagine that smells good. We'll go ahead and hop on the old sheeparoonie just because. I actually thought that's what needed to be done next. I wasn't really paying attention to that gold wall on the back there. But there you can see, ride every type of animal. We got that one checked off. And look at me, I'm pulling out my giant scepter here. And I'm thinking I'm going to do some damage. But no, I need the old heat ray. That's right. Come on, man of iron. Let's go ahead and carve out, well, what is that? It looks like some sort of maybe armor breastplate or something. It kind of looks like a larger version of some of the bad guys that come in and we have to melt their shield or armor off. That's kind of what it looked like, right? All right, we'll use telekinesis one more time to put the gold into the fire. That's right, a little sheepskin, or I guess not sheepskin, sheep fur, gold, and some minerals, I guess, and a little bit of power. What are we making? I don't even remember what this is. Now, if I'm being totally honest, I actually recorded this video 4, 5, 6 days ago. I just have not had a chance to edit it and get it done, partially because we got some other stuff that happened, like the DLC for Black Panther, as well as a mystery mail unboxing package that came from Warner Brothers, and real life as well also kind of took over for a minute. So we're back at it again, and ooh, we forged a, ooh, it's armor fit for a king. So I was kind of right, it was armor. But we'll take that gold and move on. Oh, what? Watch this. Woo to the who. Look at that. That sheep's got hops. Next up, we got mission number 2. That's right, Cap Wolf is right around the corner, and once we help him out, he's actually going to kind of join our crew by giving up his trading card, or character token, as the game likes to call it. They look a lot more like those trading cards I used to have when I was a kid for all sorts of things, like Garbage Pail Kids. Who had Garbage Pail Kids? I still have a bunch. That might be a fun video to do at some point. Reese doesn't know a whole lot about those. I've got them stashed away, and they're not in the best of condition, so it's not like they're worth tons of money. Some of them might be, but I have some oldies and some goodies and some newbies too, some more recent stuff, because they actually brought them back. They didn't really catch on, but they did kind of show up. I saw Series 12, I think is what it was, or I don't know. Anyways, moving along, we'll go ahead and step up here. I don't know what happened. I guess I did something wrong there. Oh, that's right. So he tells us we need to go find some clues, and as it turns out, there are 5, I believe, people scattered throughout. Now, all of a sudden, on your mini map there, you see these little shadow-like characters, and we'll go ahead and find those on our map and talk to each one of them. Now, it turns out, I believe only 2 of them have the information that we really need. And if you're really smart and tricky, you could probably watch this whole thing here, and our whole mission, and actually get to the end without having to do any of the extra stuff. Because I think you only need the 2. Maybe you need to talk to all 5. I actually don't know that for sure. But if you get the 2 that you need to talk to, and it still doesn't work, I guess just complete it. That's the easiest way to figure it out. Now, I get some of this information wrong, too. Basically, each one of these people we talk to gives us an answer or a clue or potential clue. And like I said, only 2 of them are actually useful tips or pieces of information. So, yeah, we'll go ahead and move on to the next ones. So a couple of these missions are really long and time-consuming. Like, when you're playing them, that doesn't seem very long. But when you're watching them or trying to talk over them and explain them, they are extremely long. So this would be a good point to kind of remind yourself we do have quick links down below in the video description. Of course, you can always scroll through the video by tracking through on the timeline there, but it's probably better suited to quickly click those quick links down below. That's right, swiftly. I should have said swiftly. Too many quicklies in that sentence. But we'll go ahead. We say that because then you won't miss anything. I don't know how many times I've thought, okay, I'm going to skip over this collectible and get to the next one, and I've missed one, and then I get to the end and I'm like, what's going on? I followed your whole video and it didn't work. That's right. I used to be somebody who watched videos too. Now I don't have any time for that. I don't do a lot of leisure gaming. Most of my gaming is pretty methodical and has a purpose and usually gets recorded. Sometimes we do some live streams, and sometimes I just play with the boys, you know, Reese and his friends, or some of my old gamer buddies. But hey, there it is. The old Thumbie helpful tip has finally popped up, reminding us that we do have quick links down below. I guess that was probably a little bit late, but that's all right, though. We'll go ahead and, oh, I messed up. I got one of the answers wrong. Let's see here. I was trying to figure out what is going to be useful to him. So looks like the second answer regarding the merchant stealing fish, stealing a merchant's fish. And the next, what is it, fourth one? Fourth one. And you'll know when you get the green check mark and some studdage. So he'll finish up his little speech, and then we got to follow him. It's not over yet. We actually have to go and eradicate those bad guys that we just found clues about. Now, this is a little weird, too. I kind of edged him up the hill here, and it seems like it's going to be a shortcut, right? Because we just need to drop right down here. But wait a minute. What's he doing? Where's he going? What is going on here? He's running all the way up and around again. And then watch this. And then he's going to hit the brakes. That's right. And he's going to turn right around and run right back down to right where we were. So here's another case of the AI being a not-so-I, right? Artificial not-so-intelligence. Although he still makes it back to the end. It's not like a game-breaking glitch or anything like that. So, I shouldn't complain too much. But it was a little, time-consuming considering this mission was already kind of a doozy as far as the time factor goes. So, all right, we make it all the way back here. We got, what are these, a couple of Koreans? Is that what it is? I don't remember who these people are. That's my lack of Marvel knowledge for you. But we'll go ahead and I think we take them out. Don't we fight them? Ready? Round one. Fight. You see, they're stealing fish. Oh, yeah. Be good or get punched. That is well said. Well said. All right. Come on, come on, come on. Hopefully you're already moved on to the quick links, as this is a rather lengthy mission. But come on, collect it up. Oh, where are you going? Yeah, get on out of here, kids. You bother me. Okay, okay, okay. Last but not least. Yep, they run off. They jump in the water. See ya laters. And for us, we'll go ahead and get our final speech from old Cap Wolf. I'm going to speed things up a little bit as we are able to by hitting the skip button there. And yes, oh to the yeah, Cap Wolf is officially available for purchase now. So if you don't already know, we're gonna do a live stream once we get all the way through Free Roam and the Gwenpool missions. Any remaining characters or vehicle tokens that we have not yet purchased, we're gonna kind of go through all of them, and we might even do a showcase. It's probably gonna be like a 2-hour ordeal, so you'll have to pay attention to our Facebook page or listen to my commentary in our video so you know when that's gonna happen. Now, this is another one of those missions. This is a mission that took a long time due to user error, on top of it being kind of a challenging challenge already. So we talked to Buddy up in the tower, and he says his lady friend is down below, and she is afraid of heights and needs some help getting up there. So it starts off by just simply finding her. Once we find her, we notice that there's a pile of steamy bricks right next to her with some question marks popping out. So we'll pick out our favorite character with a digging ability, and we'll go ahead and get our dig on, which actually reveals some buildable bricks that can be flipped into a switch. That's right, flipped into a switch. And once we flip that switch, all of a sudden, these, it's a little platformer section. So these little wood pallets kind of pop out of the wall, giving us the ability to get up. Now, I struggled with that, just getting up. And then I got to here and I got stuck. Didn't realize you could climb around that and up. What you need to do is simply get up here. You could also use a flying character. That's kind of like my tip of the day. Use a flying character to avoid those vines on the wall. Once you get up top, you can actually manipulate time with Doctor Strange. And you want to go backwards. You want to go back in time. And inside this little tower here with the vines removed, that's right, once we remove the time, the vines also got removed. And we'll go ahead and find this box, and we'll push it along the old checkerboard pathway. And turns out there is a little bit of a turn we have to make. And then we'll drop this box down below, and it'll shatter into some pieces. Or actually, no, it reveals or unravels a ladder. That's right, it does not shatter. I don't know. I'm trying to say like 5 things at once. It reveals or unravels. Unravels. There we go. Anyway, regardless, we got ourselves a ladder now, and now we need somebody with mind control to go ahead and take over, because like I mentioned earlier, she's kind of afraid of heights, and she might not like this next section. Now, again, this is a rather lengthy, see, there I go again, trying to say 2 words at the same time, quest and mission. Now, shame on LEGO and TT Games for switching that. I mean, think about it. All the previous LEGO games, all of the open world favors, if you will, they're not called missions, they're called quests. I wonder why they changed that. I wonder if it had something to do with like a development studio in one place preferred one way over the other or something. I don't really know, but as a result, it ends up with me slaughtering some more words, trying to say quizzin', which is a combination of quest and mission. So anyhow, as it turns out, we need to use our time-changing abilities to go ahead and manipulate time one more time. It needs to go forward all the way, and all of a sudden we've got this nice vine with some handheld bars there. But again, she is not quite ready to do it on her own, so we'll give her a little help. That's right, a little liquid encouragement, so to speak. Anyways, we'll go ahead and hip it to the hoppa all the way to the toppa, or maybe fail. It turns out I was pressing up, and that doesn't help. I was trying to like guide my character so just hit the jump button. That's all I can say is just tap jump. Just tap, tap, tap all the way up. Do not press up. Do not press up, Brian. Come on, tap, tap, tap. All right. Whew. That was crazy. All right, next up, once we get our reward. Oh, I want to point out, too. Now, it is very important that you go and you collect your reward after these little missions. That's right, or puzzle in this case. This certainly seemed like more of a mission than a puzzle. However, there was some puzzle-like elements to it, so I will forgive them for not calling it what I think it should be called. But hey, the important factor is you want to make sure that you don't run off and go to the next objective, as there is a gold brick waiting for you up top. And if you forget to get it now, you're going to have to redo that mission, or puzzle, I guess it is, at some point soon. So, all right, next up, we'll go ahead and target our next puzzle piece here, and it happens to be back in the corner, or up in the corner here. And we'll find, let's see here, wait, where are we going? Oh, this is a fun one. I actually totally got thrown for a loop on this one. So I'm running around. You'll see an edit coming here in just a second. I'm smashing boxes because, you know, when you don't have an obvious task at hand, smash away and you'll usually find what you need. But as it turns out, there's this quick little spot here, a little tight little spot, I should say, that actually is really hard to see. It's kind of a funny angle, but if you get in there and all the way to the back, you'll find some boxes and barrels, smash them and reveal an electric panel on the wall. We'll switch on over to Thor and pump it up, which guess what? It powers up that switch up above and opens the door. Now, this should have been kind of obvious as there is a line there representing power, and it wasn't turned on, so I should have been able to follow that to get there. But I didn't see it. It was actually pretty cleverly placed, and yeah, I missed it. So, user error. All right, next up, what do we got? What do we got? Let's go ahead and target this mission right here. And ooh, we're going to get the Black Knight Sir Percy character token for completing this. Now, I do believe there is a trophy achievement for taking out a whole bunch of bad guys as Black Knight Percy. Now, I could be wrong on that. I might have the wrong character selected, but I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. And if there is, I'm sure we'll do a video for it. Or we could at least check the trophy achievement guide on our website where Tyler P has put all that information up for us. Shout out to Tyler P! It's been a minute or two since we've given him some love for all of the information he has provided for not just me, but you too. And let's see here. Who else? We should also probably give a thanks to Warner Bros. As they hooked us up with a copy of this game. They also hooked us up with a mystery mail pack the other day. If you haven't checked out that video, check out our channel for the Black Panther mystery mailer. That's pretty fun stuff. Now, this is a fun mission as it requires us to go around and do a little bodyguard sessioning. And we'll go ahead and find our way all the way into another area by the time we're done. We actually, it's quite the journey. And this is a long one too, so hey, if you've already got this one completed, or maybe you know enough to move on to the next one, feel free to use the quick link, which happens to be, I guess it's for Puzzle 6. I was looking at the notes there, and it turns out it is Puzzle 6 Gold Brick 7. Now, I probably should have waited and done Stan Lee last, because then our gold bricks would have matched with our puzzles, but I messed that up. So I'll try to do that in future ones. I'll try to save the Stan Lee for last. But it's not always going to work out that way, because sometimes it's just whatever is next to wherever we are on the map. So, turns out we got a little mini boss battle here. So this is kind of a pain in the tuchus, if I'm being honest. It's not that it's like hard or anything, it's just the time that it takes. And hey, you know, one could argue too that if this was really short and easy and free roam only had like 1 or 2 missions for each area, that we'd be getting kind of robbed, that we wouldn't get enough gameplay or time spent playing for the amount of money we've spent. Like, you know, I mean, think about it, the game's, you know, $60+, season pass is another 10 to 15. So, you know, we've got some money invested here. However, In our case, we got lucky and Warner Brothers hooked us up. But I'm just saying, overall, in the game and the creation of it, we want a little bang for our buck, right? So I guess I shouldn't be too complainy. All right, so we've got multiple Thors out here. I should probably switch to somebody a little bit more large. Oh, look at that, a little large and in charge. Like, well, I tried to get somebody with some pew-pewage. I thought maybe taking some shots from a distance would be at our benefit, but as it turns out, I don't seem to do a whole lot of damage unless I'm up close and personal. So, yep. Hulk smash! Now, a couple of you guys had recommended in a previous free roam video that I use, or maybe it was a challenge. No, it was free roam. It was Egypt, in fact, that I use Hulk because he is big and he does damage. So I took your tip, and look at this. He is doing work. There's definitely some moments where I can't do damage to these characters. However, when that green light is open, the green man does the job quite nicely. Now, like I said, I probably should have just skipped through this a little bit and edited some of this out. Like, you guys don't need to see me struggle fighting this guy. You guys will have your own struggle, I'm sure. And look, I'm giving him the old 1-2 pow right in the kiss, and I'm not taking any health off. So there's definitely some sweet spots or sweet timing that is required in order to do this. Just don't get frustrated. That's the one thing I will say, because it's easy to get frustrated in this game at some times. Well, at some points, because of the fact that, you know, it just takes forever to do certain things. Like right now, how is this little enchantress going to wrap up the big old Hulk? That's just not likely to happen. And then, of course, she's got the little green glow. It keeps knocking me off. And I seem to be doing some sort of, like, weird futuristic dance. But, anyhow. The Monster Mash. It's kind of like the Monster Mash 2.0 or something. Eventually, I get through this. I promise. We're actually almost done. So, I don't know if you have to take out one first to get to the other one. But it seems like I had to fight the old Black Knight. And then I had to take out the Enchantress after. But, hey, it might work out a little different for you. And look at that. Oh, he's got the stars twinkling. Oh, but he's not done yet. What the heck? All right, now he is. Down and out. Give him the old 3 count. And I'm trying not to let them grapple me up anymore. So I'm doing the old air slam. That's right. And eventually get Enchantress down, too. And, whew. That is over, and I am relieved. But, all right, so we'll go ahead and hear what he has to say. He'll go ahead and hook us up with his character token, which will be available for purchase at any point now. And I think we can afford it if I'm looking at my overall studdage here. And look at that. We are so far away from home. We'll go ahead and target where we're headed. It's a puzzle. We'll actually show you again once we get up close and personal, because we wanted the quick links to be actually quick. It's not very quick if you have to watch me fly all the way across the map for no reason, right? You may not have done that last mission. I almost called it a quest again. Whew. I'll get it right before this is over, I promise. On the last video, I'll probably label everything properly, say it right, and then it'll be over, and then so much for that, right? All right, so this one is kind of a fun little puzzle. We have a few things that need to be done here in order to basically activate this weird, it's kind of like a flying chariot. It's like a horse that flies. There are a handful of things that you need to smash, and a few bricks will be recovered to build up. This one particularly gives us a Captain America shield switch so we can hop on. And now we got to get our ba-boing on by tossing the shield at that Sonic-like red bubble in the back corner there, and ba-boing all the way to that shield switch in the corner there, and look at that, it opens the door and we can get inside. Now we've got some silver lockage that needs to be removed, so we'll switch on over to Iron Man. Kapow, it's now removed, and we need our telekinesis again. What the what? So we'll switch back to Doctor Strange and wait for it. So lots of characters switching here. And let's see here. We've got to move it. It's a little bit of a funny angle. We'll go ahead and put that on there. Looks pretty good. And no, not ready yet. Not ready yet. So we got to go inside here. We'll push this along the old checkerboard path. Now, as it turns out, we should be able to give it the old pow right in the kiss and push it on down. But no, and we're going to do it the long way. All right. Push it into the box. It'll go. Whoa, where'd that go? It went down under. And it powers up the back side here, but we're not quite finished yet. We're missing something. So Let's see here. What else do we got? Oh, there's another shield switch, but we've got those silver bars in front of it. So we'll switch back over to Iron Man and break those on down. Now we're going to need Captain and his shield again. So we'll switch back over to him. So like I said, it's a little case of musical characters here where we're switching constantly, but we'll eventually get the job done, I promise. That should open up the door for us, and Hulk smash once we're in here. Oh, but no, we need a repair. So we'll switch back to Iron Man. Maybe. I went right on by him. Nope, wrong character, Brian, wrong character. We need Iron Man. All right, there we go. It's even telling us we need Iron Man, and I'm switching away. All right, go ahead and complete the old repair process here, which I do like the way they improved this. Before, it used to just be spam the button like you just saw there, but now they've added kind of extra layers, which is fun. It is a little more time-consuming and kind of goes against my time-consuming complaint, but look at that. What the what? Some sort of booster pack or something. We'll need telekinesis one more time to go ahead and Wingardium Leviosa it back up there. Oh, whoa, that's the tailpipe. Watch out, steer clear of that. You know, you always get told not to stand right behind like a horse or a cow because you never know, they might give you the old pow. I would recommend not standing behind an electrical horsey too, because you never know what comes out the back. Ew. All right, moving along. We've got a race. And I apologize. This is the only time in this video where I don't show you the map before we go on a mission or race or puzzle. So, hey, I will say there is a map noted on the previous puzzle, which was puzzle 6. So if you're totally lost and you cannot find this race, which you should be able to, it should be labeled on your map. But if you are lost, go ahead and click that quick link for number 6, puzzle number 6, that is. And let's see here. Oh, what's going on here? Brian, what'd you do? So I apparently made a mistake. I don't know what happened there. I did something wrong. And even when I edited this, I forgot to. Oh, look at that. So my bad. Okay, so I have to be honest. When I edited this, I missed that. So, you know, I was talking about using the quick links earlier because they're more efficient. You could miss something, like you could accidentally skip a collectible or a certain part and get to the end and be like, I did the whole video. Well, look at that. I just did it. And I promise you, I didn't plan that. I did not plan that. I legit thought I forgot to show the map. But as it turns out, I did show the map, so yay for me. And I guess I just got a little overexcited with that flying horsey. And anyhow, I got it. We're all good. We're all good. No need to click that quick link for number 6 after all. And, you know, I probably should go back and edit it, but it's kind of fun to see me make a mistake and then have a revelation like I did. Oh, watch this. Here it comes. It's the backwards man, sort of. I guess I flew through it the wrong way. I wasn't necessarily backwards. But hey, we finished a race, and we got the Kang Minion character token unlocked for doing that. So it's kind of weird. They kind of throw us some doozies here, as it seems like some races give us gold bricks and some give us character tokens. So I don't know if they, like, forgot to give us some stuff, or maybe they're like, oh, snap, let's add this character in. Oh, we could just replace that gold brick race with a gold, oh, no, character token race, or something like that. Anyhow, all right, ooh, King Arthur Pendragon. Now, it should be noted that this will actually help us unlock another Gwenpool mission. So this character token and the one right after this, which happens to be for Merlin, will actually open up another Gwenpool. And it's actually here in the local city. So it's kind of fun. We got 2 characters that needed to be unlocked. They were both in medieval England. And they unlock another mission in medieval England. So that's kind of cool. But again, we don't do the Gwenpool missions until we get all the way done with what we need to get done. So Gwenpools will be separate from the free roam, just a little FYI. Kind of like we separated the challenges as well. Now this guy, I don't know what is up with this guy. He is like, he's seemingly invincible. But once he throws that spear at me, it's like lights out, game over. And I don't know what that is. What's up with that? But look at that. And what the heck? The People's Hero. So that wasn't even part of the mission? But it was, though, because it gave me 1 of 4. I'm so confused. So I guess it's a double whammy, and we'll take it, as we definitely want to check off some of them people's heroes so that we don't have to go and do it at the end. However, if we have any left over, we will probably do a special video for that as well. I just figured that, you know, we're going to see a lot of these guys along the way. You know, even if we only did one of these in each area, that should totally handle what we need. Well, I guess maybe my math's off. 18 areas. Anyways. All right, so we just got to keep following old King Arthur Pendragon all the way down the old blue stud ghost trail here. I guess that's if you lose him. We are a little bit faster on our feet than he is, so we tend to get ahead of him. And wait a minute, where are we now? We're all the way over in Wakanda. What? My feet are getting sore. It's a long walk. Normally I fly to these kinds of things. All right, we got some more bad guys. We'll go ahead and take them out, or at least try. So this guy brought a flamethrower to a rocket party, so shame on him. Wait a minute, maybe. There we go. Yep, give him the old tweet, 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 tweet. That's right. So basically, if you have a flamethrower and you're having troubles getting up close and personal, just simply use a character with a projectile weapon or some sort of attack, you know, like a pew-pew that shoot him, or throw a hammer at him, perhaps, you know, whatever the case may be. I'm sure you have a favorite character with a favorite weapon that you'd like to use. For me, I kind of like Iron Man. He's got a lot of stuff that's going on. He can fly. He's got the silver brick breaker. He's also got the gold melter ability too, so that's kind of nice. And oh, and I also, another little quick tip for you, as you go from one spot to the next, it might be worthwhile to go ahead and kind of follow the old stud trails from one spot to the next, because you know, you probably noticed there were studs on the left and right side of the path, but not down the middle. And why not collect them as you're going? Now, we've got 14 billion studs. That's right, with a B. And it's certainly not going to be any shortage of studs anytime soon. At least I don't think. I mean, who knows? Maybe by the end of purchasing all those characters, I'm going to be flat broke. I doubt it, but you never know. Now this guy, his old hamstring is quite fierce. Hamstring? That's not what they call it. What are those things called? Yeah, back hamstring, forward hand. I think that's what they're called, right? Anyways, I never did gymnastics, so you have to forgive me. Yeah, I try to shoot him from a distance. Doesn't work out so well. When he gets up close and personal, too, he does some serious work on my suit. I think ground pounds, butt slams, I think is the best bet. Oh, yeah, pick him up, give him the old 1-2, pow, right in the kissa. He is down for the count. And I thought we were done, but we got one more spot that we got to go to. And then we got a lengthy speech. You know how they always give us them speeches at the end. And, you know, I used to kind of showcase those comments and like, listen to what they had to say. Due to the amount of time we are spending in some of these missions, I'm just skipping most of it. Like, I'll get the first word or two out, but then it turns out I'm in talk over most of it anyway, so it's kind of pointless. Wait a minute, what's going on here? What's this? These aren't bad guys. They're dragons. Oh, psych. They're people. Anyways, so apparently they were doing a little celebratory parade here, and we totally ruined their stuff. So, our bad, I guess. He called us a crazy mook. That's not very nice. I guess we did totally ruin their dragon costumes, which were pretty epic, if I'm being honest. Now, it does take a second, but he eventually gives us the old pat on the back and hooks us up with the character token for himself. And then we've got a journey. We got to go all the way back. We are all the way over. Well, we're nowhere. We're not in Kansas anymore, that's for sure. We're on the back side of Wakanda, kind of over there by the Avengers Mansion almost. So, all right, fly back to medieval England, and we'll go kind of right back to where we was. Let's see here. What do we got next? We are not quite in the home stretch of the video yet, but we're getting there. We're almost to that 40-minute mark. And, ooh, we got ourselves a mission for Merlin. So we already kind of talked about this. Once we complete this mission, assuming you have completed the last one for King Arthur Pendragon, you will also be available to play a Gwenpool mission. Now, everybody does their order a little bit different. Some people want to get the Gwenpool missions done right away. Well, I figured, hey, you have to unlock all these specific characters in order to play those missions. So why not clean those up last and just worry about getting all those characters now instead of like specifically going out of our way? And I'm kind of freaking out. Medieval England has like a clone issue. Have you noticed that? We had the triplets earlier. It seems like every horse we see kind of splits into two. It's like a really weird process. Like, go back and look at that. Go back to the beginning, right after where I talked to Merlin and walk away. Those horses split. And that's not the first time we have seen that while walking around in medieval England. Now, this one is probably my least favorite mission out of all of the missions we've done so far. And I only say that, it's because it takes us all over the place, and it really takes a long time. So if there's ever a point where maybe you use a quick link to bypass some of these video time, it would be now. Now, to be honest with you, I don't really want you to press those quick links. It actually helps us for you to watch the video in its entirety. That's actually how YouTube is really judging channels these days. Views are a factor, but really watch time is the most important thing. So, I mean, they have all sorts of statistics, like they want us to have videos that are less than 8 minutes, and if it's 8 minutes, if you watch it all, like it helps prioritize the videos in the search. Now, I don't really fully understand it. I get why they do it. It's mainly because of the fact that, you know, just because a good person uploads a video doesn't mean the video is of good quality. It doesn't mean it's entertaining or fun to watch. It might not even be relevant to what the name is. There's a lot of clickbait out there as well. And so, you know, basically they have all these factors they try to put in. And right now, watch time is one of the biggest factors. So, hey, even if you're, you know, one of those people that likes to fall asleep with the TV on, fall asleep with me on. Put on a video with me and fall asleep. That would be totally cool. That would help the watch time. Now, look at this. Speaking of watch time, I increased your watch time by like 5 minutes by not being able to find that one, which turned out to be on the roof. So a little quick tip while you're trying to find these, if you struggle at all with trying to find one, look at the compass. You'll notice there are arrows pointing up or down on each item. As I flew in, it was telling me at first there was 3 white arrows below the red mark. Then as I got lower and lower and lower, it kind of, you know, adjusted how many arrows to appropriately tell me how far above or below I am. Now here's another one. So you can see here I have, oh, I'm even now. Oh, it's right. Nope, I got to go up. See the arrows? There's 2 arrows. Oh, 1 arrow, 0. So you can kind of help guide yourself with those. And I got to give props to them. I mean, they have come so far in Lego games since the early days. Like, think of the early, like, Indiana Jones, or, I mean, even the first Batman. I mean, there are so many cooler features they've added, like for example, the character select. When you get close to an item that needs, let's say, electricity, it'll suggest Thor for you, and it even puts Thor, like, it's making your job as a player easier. Now, it's kind of almost taken part of my job away, because like Free Roam, for example, it's telling you where all of these collectibles are, right? I mean, not only does it show you on the map, but it also, I mean, I don't know. It's great, but don't get too helpful, because then you're going to kind of rule me out there, TT and Lego. Anyways. All right, we're getting pretty close. We got 6 of the 10 jewels. This one is up on top, too. You can see it's telling me to go up. And boy, this one is kind of a tricky one, as it is a funny angle where it is located. And let's see here. It's got to be right here somewhere. There she blows. All right, so 7 of 10 officially in our bag. We'll go ahead and find the next one. It's below me. Keep going down. Lower. Lower. You're getting closer. Closer. Ha, potato. There it is. Wow, I almost landed right on top of it. All right, 2 left. Oh, my goodness. If you're still here, I thank you for watching, and hopefully you're finding all of these, too. This one is up on top as well. Yep, right on the tip-a-toppa. Nope, on the tip-toppa, Brian. Come on, look at the white arrow. So, to be honest with you, I was kind of panicking throughout this. You know, once time goes by and it seems lengthy, I try to go faster and move quicker so that, like, you know, things go better and I don't waste any more of your time. Because that's efficiency is what we're really after here, right? I mean, that's why we do these videos. I mean, if you didn't care if you found it or not, then you wouldn't come to find it, right? That's kind of how I look at it. So trying to make it as quick and easy as possible. This last one, though, is it's kind of a doozy-toozy. It's hiding right there behind the bush. There we go. We'll go ahead and grab it up. You might have to smash that little brush there to grab it, but all 10 are officially ours. Let's go ahead and make our way back to that purple arrow. See, look, it even tells us by showing us on the compass and with the bouncing purple arrow in. Oh, man. I love it, though. It's great. It makes my job easier, too. All right, we'll go ahead and kick down with all 10 of those jewels. And guess what? Because we have now unlocked Merlin and King Arthur Pendragon, Gwenpool pops up again and lets us know another mission is unlocked. So we have unlocked, by doing Egypt, Hala, and medieval England. I almost called it Middle Earth. We have now officially unlocked 2 of the Gwenpool missions, so that's kind of nice. We may even take one on next. That may be the next video you see pop up. You might have to wait a little bit too. All right, next up is race number 2. Now, we need a boat for this, and it turns out we only have 1 boat. In fact, there may only be 1 boat in the game. I'm not 100% sure, but pull up your character selection wheel there, and of course, press the square or X button, or I guess if you're on the Switch, it might be different. And we got to find ourselves a boat. Boats o' nose. I guess. Oh, there we go. Yep, Captain Stacy's boat. Now, if you look at the picture shown on the race halo there, and then you look at our icon there, it actually is, in fact, what we want. Now, I actually pushed the wrong button there. As you can see, I failed to buy it. I hit circle instead of X, and now I bought it. So, Captain Stacy's boat is something we unlocked. Well, let me double check that. All right, after a quick double check-in on my list here, you actually get this boat for completing the challenge Vistas Not to Be Missed. So we do have a video up for that. That is the one video I accidentally mislabeled them in the video, so my bad on that. And I'll put up a little card if it's not already up right now. But essentially, so you just have to go around and find all of the lookout points. I believe there are, I don't even want to guess. I don't remember how many there are. But essentially, it's easy. You just got to fly around and do it. I highly recommend you go and do it right now so you can complete this and complete free roam. Hopefully, you've been following along with our videos and you've already got it and it's already something that you don't need to worry about. So, oh to the air. Now, there are 25 of these rings, and you got 1:40 to get through them. I blow the doors off this race, and I've got lots of time left over. So, hopefully you do too. I don't make any mistakes. Now, keep in mind, pay attention to the angle of the ring because it's going to kind of give you the direction of the next ring. Look at that. I had 36 and then some change left over. And oh to the yeah, but wait a minute, we're not that far away from home. Okay, good. I thought we were a long ways away. As it turned, whoa, I almost got hit by that car. Did you see that? Crazy drivers, no survivors. All right, puzzle number 7 is up next. So again, Vistas Not to Be Missed is how you get that boat if you don't have it. All right. Oh, we got those brick henge here. It's like Stonehenge, but it's made of bricks. We need somebody with telekinesis. And I almost, look at that. I was going to switch to, or out of Iron Man suit to Doctor Strange, but it turned out I already had somebody standing there. Now, you just got to match the shape here. As it turns out, it's not really obvious. I just kind of trial and error here. Stack them up. That's the top, clearly, Brian. Get it out of there. Come on, Brian. Get it out of there. It's not it. Move along. All right, next up, boom, click, click. All right, third and last piece for this part. Now, there are a couple of these that you have to build up and complete. It's basically, like I said, it's a little Stonehenge. So there is a grapple plug over just to the left of the main rocks there, and we'll go ahead and rip that down. And guess what? We've got some buildable bricks. We can go ahead and finish up the next spot there. Okay, one other rock completed. And, ooh, we got a Doctor Strange pad over here, so lots of strange things happen over here. They're not very... Oh, look at that. I threw you for a loop. I took it to the... Oh, I thought I was being super complex, and I was going to own that puzzle, but I got owned myself. So, not very often you see me fail, but I did, and I get it the second time, though. That's right, second time's a charm. We'll go ahead and see what we can see. Oh, it builds up another crossbeam piece there. And let's see, what else? Is that it? Oh, nope, we got one more grapple plug. We got to rip down and build up those pieces. And this should be it, right? Oh, get that bluesy. Got to get them all. Got to get them all. Ooh, look at that. They tried to get away from me. So, all right, we should be good to go now. I wasn't sure of that yet, though, so I start walking around looking for things to smash. He comes in, takes a quick peek. Oh, now that's a henge. Woohoo! All right, so he hooks us up with a gold brick. We'll take it. Thank you very much. And speaking of gold bricks, let's go ahead and build up our gold brick statue for the area. Now, as you guys know, each one of these requires 10 more gold bricks than the one previously purchased. So, starts off with 10. We already did 20, and this time it's going to cost us 30. Technically, it doesn't cost us any bricks. It's just you have to have at least 30 gold bricks accumulated in order to activate the third one. So 10, 20, 30, and I think it's going to continue to go that way. We'll have to wait and see for sure, but ooh, this one is a fun one. The green skin smash troll. It's really not fun. It's one of the more lengthy ones. So hey, again, if you're in a hurry to get to that next collectible, maybe you've already done this mission, feel free to use those quick links down below in the video description. It would happen to be puzzle number 8. Which you would be able to see as it's right after mission 6 on the list. So anyways, we'll go ahead and accept his mission. That's right. The mission is, if you accept to choose it. Yeah, of course we're going to choose it. We'll find out what we have to do. As it turns out, this guy's a big klutz. He has ruined a bunch of stuff, and we got to go help make good with the locals. So basically, we're gonna do some makeup work. So in this particular case, look, he has knocked over 3 barrels. We got to use telekinesis to go ahead and put them back into place. And before she gets done even complaining here, we've got it almost complete. So watch, she said, what, are you going to stack those barrels all up, perfect pyramid again? Why, yes, we are. How about that? Yeah, buddy. All right, moving along, we got 1 of 3 of these good deeds done. And after he says his little how do you do, we'll go ahead and get on to the next one, number 2. All right, this one, let's see here. This one takes us up, and around the corner. He doesn't go on a weird, wonky mission. Like, remember earlier when Cap Wolf went the wrong way? That was crazy. Seems like so long ago, but really it was in this video just a few minutes ago. All right, so let's see here. We got all the way. Oh, yeah, that's right. He smashed the... We got to fix this cart here. As it turns out, he did some damage to it, and we'll go ahead and rebuild it for him. Any day now. All right, so go ahead and use your telekinesis. I guess any builder should probably be able to do it, but look at that. We got the wheel back on the wagon. Oh, look at that. He's on the run. That Goldie was out of there, but I got him. And last but not least, we have 1 more objective we have to do for this guy. And oh, by the way, yeah, I also recommend, as you're kind of going through free roam, you know, take out a vehicle here and there, as there is a trophy achievement for destroying 100 vehicles. It's called Road Rage 2, as we had it in Lego Superhero, or Lego Marvel Superheroes 1. I think it was in 1. I guess it could have been in Avengers, if I'm being honest. I didn't really do my homework that far back on that one. But yes, it is number 2, and 100 cars is required. I think we probably got 20, 25 under our belt now. And, you know, it's easy. Grab Hulk, grab somebody like Iron Man to destroy with the quickness, and get her done. Doesn't really matter where you do it or what cars you destroy. It just has to be 100 total. All right, this last objective, we apparently smashed her brother into the ground. We'll go ahead and dig him out. And he is rather clean for being buried underground. Even being buried in the sand, I am usually more dirty than that. So lucky him. No bathing required. Although this is medieval England, I don't know how many bathing situations they have here. I mean, most people probably are pretty doity and stinky, if I'm being honest. Kind of like this green skin smash troll. All right, well, we got him available to purchase, so what's next? Brian, pull out the magic ball and show us what you got. Oh, puzzle number 8, gold brick number 9, which can be found right over here. Looks like some missions on the outskirts of medieval England, so we'll go ahead and make our way over there now. Wait, I just said missions again, didn't I? That was my bad. Like, I can't say that they used to call puzzles missions. That's user error there. Whoopsie. All right, moving along, we've got only a couple left, and this one is one of my, well, this one's pretty easy. I shouldn't say it's one of my favorites, but it's pretty easy. Basically, we got to put out a fire. I don't know if you really needed to put out the fire, but we did. And then we got this box over on the right side, just to the right of the cauldron, and we'll smash that and follow the old white footprint trail all the way down and around and back almost to where we started. Kind of pointless. We could have just taken 2 steps left. Oh, no! And I lost it, and I got too quick on the draw, and I messed up. How many times have you seen me do that? How many times do you think I'm going to mess that up? Now, you can kind of cheat, as you can see, but there is definitely some limitations of cheating, and my best piece of advice is just wait until the icon shows for... See, look, I had to go quite a bit further in order to get that icon to pop up, so that was totally my bad. All right, we'll build up some strong handles here, but before switching characters, make sure you tear down the vines right behind. And next up, we've got some telekinesis needed, so we'll switch on over to Doctor Strange and lift up those old mushies. I don't know about you, but I am not a big fan of the fungus among us. I don't like I have a weird like texture thing with mushrooms. Like I can't eat any mushrooms at all in anything. If you try to sneak one into like a salad or something, it doesn't end well for anybody involved. I promise you that. It's just bad. I don't know. I'm not allergic to them, but I do not like mushrooms. So, little fun fact for you. Next up, we destroyed some crystals inside the wall on the right there, and we put those in the cauldron to go with those mushies. Next up on the left, we've got some ice that needs to be melted, and a strong handle to be ripped open. So, unfortunately, Crystal isn't strong enough to do that, so we'll call on old Drax, who has sensitive nipples. I'm assuming you've seen the movie, and oh, whoops, a little button happy there, pulled out Daredevil. Whoopsie. Back to Crystal to melt it on down. Yeah, if you have not seen Guardians of the Galaxy 2, I highly recommend it. Now, make sure you see the first one first. They're not really anything important. Like, you could see 2 without seeing 1, but they're both great movies. I highly recommend them both. And, all right, we got some meat now. So, meat, mushrooms, and crystals. Probably not what's for dinner around our house this evening, but hey, it looks like that's the recipe for a gold brick. Boy, that would be nice. I wish we could just round up some more of those and forge some more gold. Now, all right, this last one, okay, least favorite of all of them in this area. So, like, for realsies. I know I've said a couple of them were not fun or disappointing or bummer deals. This one was the worst, and I hope you guys don't struggle like I did. So I tried to do this mission with a flying character like Crystal. Did not work out. So then I switched to Captain America. I'm not kidding. It took me probably 35 attempts. Now, part of it was because I kept missing the double jump right there. Part of it was because I was missing the double jump up top once I get around these twirly poles here, because you got to double jump to get up to that little, the plank there. I would miss that, and then I would miss this double jump. Then I got to that, miss this double jump. Oh my gosh, it was the worst. Now, when I got this done, I literally danced the biggest victory dance that I've done ever playing a Lego game. And you know, there's a couple times I made it all the way to the end, and I slid off the back side of the roof or something too. It was just terrible and super unfortunate, and I was so happy to be done. Look at me. I am jumping for joy. I was doing that in my room too. Like in my office, I was literally doing that. So, moving along, we got one last thing that needs to be taken on. That is, because we've completed all the challenges in the area, except for the Gwenpool, we now have opened up a boom boss battle with Tinkerer. That's right. He's the old man, and, you know, there is a horse there, too. If you're still trying to get that animal lover challenge wrapped up, you might hop on the old horse there. But moving along, we're going to actually head over to the boom icon on our map, right where that blue halo is now that we've targeted it, and we'll hop in there, and guess what? We'll press the icon indicated, which starts the giant boss battle. This is a little lengthy, probably about 5 minutes or so, and basically it's just rule of 3, and then we got to take him out too, and then we get rewarded, and then that's it. So if you've already completed this boss battle, feel free to let the video play and finish, and then move on to the next video, or if you're in a hurry, I guess you could move to the next one. Now, I thought I had a little trickery here, and I thought I was going to be able to hit him without being hit by him by standing behind that wall, but it did not work in my favor. Now, okay, essentially, like I said, it's the rule of 3. We got to take his health meter down. That's right, depleted that meter. And once you get a certain distance down, he will actually bring in some reinforcements. So he brings in a little force field to help protect him, and he also brings in some bad guys that have to be eradicated. So we're almost to that point, not quite yet, and it kind of seems like there are moments where maybe we can hurt him and others we can't. So I just fly to the very back. Look how far back I am. We're out of his range, so he doesn't even see us, but the other guys do. So he spawns in. I believe those are Koreans, aren't they? Not to be confused with Koreans, but like K-R-E-E-A-N-S, I believe. Now, all right, we're just shooting lots of pew-pews, and I was trying to stay airbound here because I don't want to get attacked or grappled or any of that, but as it turns out, my aim was not so good, and I had to get on the ground for a little bit of ground poundage. So, like 15 guys, 20 guys come in, take them all out, take out the old shield that's protecting him, and knock his meter down a little bit more. Guess what? Rinse and repeat a couple of times. And then you'll find yourself at the end. Look at this citizen in peril running out there. Like, I wouldn't recommend. I'd bail off the side of the bridge and go a different direction. That's like one of those things in like scary movies and you know, action-packed movies. Like, there's so many times that the bad guy or the good guy or the innocent bystander, whoever it is, could have escaped the sudden doom if they would have just gone left or right instead of running straight away. Like, there's those moments where like the car's coming right at them and they're like on a road and they could run off to the sidewalk, but instead they're like running down the road trying to get away from the car that's coming right at them on the road. Like, come on, guys. But kind of similar situation like that with all those citizens in peril running out there. It's like, come on, I would have bailed off the bridge and avoided all that turmoil. But no, he runs right through all of the carnage. And all right, so this is the third round. It is a little bit difficult as they did throw 2 shields out and a handful of baddies too. Get up in the air and pew-pew them and remove all the bad guys on the ground once that's done. And last but not least, you gotta just deplete that meter one last time. And then the old man himself is available for the old pow right in the kissa, and that's how we finish it off. So, all right, we got more bad guys. Come on, wrap it up, wrap it up. Oh, here comes another citizen in peril running right down the walkway. He's about to come through the legs any second now. Where'd he go? He was coming in the distance, and then he just disappeared. Oh, speaking of disappear, robot down, and there's the Tinkerer. He looks like he's got, you know what, he looks like he's an old Dick Grayson. Doesn't he look like an old Robin, but not in Robin costume? That's what he looks like to me. Or maybe, there's another guy, too, that reminds me of, can't think of his name right now. What's that guy's name? The mixed pixel or something. It's spelled really weird. He's from the DC world, but anyhow, moving along, we go ahead and spin to win here. We got one more boss checked off on our Who's the Boss challenge. As we talked earlier, there are plenty of accumulative things that are going to be getting knocked off as we go. Oh, and speaking of which, we haven't talked about this icon. Once you complete an area, it actually gives you, or actually not even complete, once you open up the computer terminal, it gives you a fast travel point. So if you find yourself way off from a mission or something else, or you just need to simply get to that area quickly, use that fast travel point. But that's going to wrap it up for LEGO Marvel Superheroes 2 Medieval England Free Roam. Hopefully this is the longest of our free roam videos, and we don't have any longer than this, because an hour is plenty long for me and you both. And that being said, that's going to do it. Until next time. See ya!